Boom! What is up, everybody? This is Jason J. Boom Leegard. My apologies. I'm looking a little scruffy. Been a little bit of a hectic Monday here to start off another boom-tastic week. And I'm doing this hangout kind of just flying by the seat of my pants because I'm really excited about something that's coming up here actually in late November. And it is called POW. Ignition Mastermind, and that's right, even got my name on that bad boy. This will be the second live event with Ignition Mastermind I'll be attending, and it's out in Tampa, Florida. This go around. Last time it was up here in Carefree, Arizona. And I just wanted to share with folks just a very quick, probably only going to go for about 30 minutes. Hopefully you're on here live. If so, I really appreciate it. If not, no worries. Those of you right now could be watching this as a recording. But I call this, in the trenches leadership. And this relates to, I think, a very important and vital aspect of why I feel Ignition Mastermind sets itself apart from a lot of live events. And also in the training itself, not only at the live event, but the training that you get through the entire program. And what's kind of scary cool to me is they have, Brenda and Justin, they have upgraded what's included in the package for Ignition Mastermind and that training core and that training progression that, it's just like, what? Like, it was already badass before. Now it's just like, come on. You guys are just getting ridiculous with the value. But the main point of what I wanted to share tonight with my experiences within the Ignition Mastermind since it would have been April of this year. And it has to do with the leadership of the two co-founders, Justin Glover, Brenda Gagne. And the reason I want to share a little about background on where they started from, and it kind of is kind of cool in a way, the fact that I do look this scruffy because I do still work a full-time job, and then I'm building my business, my home business on the side. This is exactly how both Justin and Brenda began back in the day. Justin Glover is a 7-figure earner. Brenda, just incredible success. They're co-founders of Results 513 and Ignition Mastermind now. But the thing is, they were just like you. They were just like me not that long ago. And I wanted to share part of their background and stories to really let that sink in for you tonight. If you're someone that is a part-time entrepreneur, you're working your butt off at that full-time job and you're trying to pull in that extra cash flow, or you've got an idea for a business, you're making headway, but you're not, you're having your stumbling blocks, you're having your obstacles pop up, you're having your flat out frustrations, get in your way, and you start to wonder, should I just pack it in? Should I just, what? I'm not going to invest in myself anymore. I'm not going to buy any more books. I'm not going to get any other courses. I'm not going to go to any events. I'm going to pack it in. I'll just continue to do my day job. And it just wasn't meant to be. You might be in that position, and that's why I wanted to lead off with this hangout tonight on a Monday to touch on their backgrounds, because I need you to hear where they came from so that as you see them now, you can go, wait, that they came from a place where I am, or possibly worse, depending on what your situation is. But to start things off, Brenda Gagne, she got into home business building. She did a lot of the offline work initially for about a year. And I even was texting her earlier this evening, and she's like, yeah, and that offline stuff just wasn't working out too well. So eventually she progressed and was like, okay, let me look into this online world of building a business. Maybe that's where I can take more advantage of her skill sets, of the time she had available. And this is the big point. And it's also going to be very similar with Justin's story as well. But Brenda at that time, so she's been putting in trying to build her business offline for about a year. Nothing's really happening. And think about that, just to even stick it out for a year. And she was a mom as well at this time. Keep in mind, she had 3 children. Okay. So this is no joke what she's trying to do even within that first year. Okay. Then she discovers the online world and says, you know what, maybe this will work better. So she starts to learn. She starts to work. But here's the thing. At the time that she began her journey of building a business online, Brenda's got a 3, a 4, and a 6-year-old. Okay? So at that time, when she began, she had roughly about 4 to 5 hours a week. A week. 4 to 5 hours. That's it. And she had a chunk, even that 4 or 5 hours, it wasn't like, oh, cool, Sunday afternoons from here to here, I have this nice one chunk of time and she could work on her business building. No, we're talking about she even had to take those measly 4 or 5 hours that she had available, and she had to chunk those up into little smaller pieces within her schedule of being an incredible mother. Because, we got to go pick up the kids. We got to do this. We got to, come on. Moms rock, so they're doing everything and anything. So there she is with 4 or 5 hours all week to learn, to study the technical aspects of building a business online. Obviously, a lot of personal development. Probably, I bet you if you were to ask Brenda, especially during those early days, the personal development work, the mindset work that she had to make sure she was putting in every single day, it had to be happening all the time. Because when you only got 4 or 5 hours to dedicate to this big dream, it's very easy for that day-to-day grind, that day-to-day life, those obligations to just knock you on your ass. And so in that in-between time of you getting that hour and a half to learn how to do email marketing, or the 45 minutes you get to learn how to create your first blog post or a video, there's a lot of time in between there for life to say, no, sorry, Brenda, you're not going to make it. You can't build a business with only 4 to 5 hours a week to start. This is ridiculous. You're never going to reach your ultimate levels of success. You're not going to be making enough money to just have this time and money freedom. It's just no. Blah, 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 all day long, I'm sure. But she began there, 4 to 5 hours a week, consistent 4 to 5 hours a week, and she just kept working it. She kept piling up a little success here on top of another one, on top of another one. And I remember she was even talking to us at one point where she kind of hit, a big goal financially, where, within a certain month, but she was in such constant motion and just, go, just stacking up whatever time she could, getting better, providing more value, more leadership, is that she was just in such a groove. Like she kind of blew right past that particular month's financial goal. And it was it was a great accomplishment, but she kind of was already like into the next thing so fast. She had to kind of and go, wait, did I do that? Yeah, I did. Wow, that's cool. And then she was off like a shot again, because she'd built up her consistency. She'd built up a routine. With those 4 to 5 hours a week, she had, kind of like her rotation of activities. And here she is, regarded as one of the top leaders in the industry, co-founding a company that's helping people like myself, people like my business partner, Eddie Aguilar. Many of you know him through our work together. Sarah Cole, Byron Thompson. Just Daniel Ryan, all the way from Australia. Think about that. Daniel Ryan, at the last Ignition Mastermind event, he came from Australia to learn from people like Brenda and Justin for that weekend, that 3-day event. That's no joke. That's a long flight. That's an investment of time. That's an investment of money, of course, because that's no cheap ticket, I'm sure, to come from Australia to Arizona and back. But you see, this is the in the trenches leadership I wanted to talk about tonight. So if you're out there searching for, well, how do I need that kick in the ass. I need someone to almost like sit me down, show me like, here's where you really are. Let's break that down. Let's deal with reality. This is what you have for time available to invest with your schedule and your obligations. Here's what you have for money to dedicate to training, to advertising, whatever. And just someone who started from nothing and built to this high level, they've been in the trenches. So, and they still are. This is to me is the difference maker. In many ways, both Brenda and Justin could just kind of get to this point maybe and just kind of maintain. And obviously it's a lot easier to maintain something at a level than to continue to just dive back into the trenches, keep grinding it out. Well, how can we do this better? How do we create something even more valuable for the marketplace? And just, in it every day, in it. They're in the trench. Just like you are, just like I am, just like all of us are. So to me, that's why this style of leadership is so important. I know what it's done for me in the time that I've known both of them since April of this year. I mean, and they'll tell it to you straight. Because see, the thing is, the reason they can tell it to you straight with no fluff, with no BS, the reason they're able to do that is because they know what you're going through and what I'm going through. So they lived it. So they can stand there and say, so when you start complaining about, oh, I don't have enough time, Brenda's going to just say, hey, I had 4 to 5 hours a week, 3 kids, 3, 4, and 6. So I don't want to hear it. So they're there to definitely to uplift you and support. And what I found is when, whether it's Brenda or Justin, kind of set you straight a little bit when, we all have our pity parties from time to time when we're in those trenches and it's getting nasty and dirty and grimy and we don't know if we're ever coming out of there. It's from a place of love. It's a place from a position of support. But because they don't want you to waste time. They don't want you to get stuck in the mud because they went through it. So if you start to do your pity party, they're like, no, I get it. They understand, but let's stop that. Let's focus on here's progress. Here's progress, not perfection. Here's action. Maybe it's imperfect action, but damn it, it's action. And you're getting some stuff done and you're building your wins. So let's transition as we're about halfway through here because I don't want to waste your guys' time. That's why I dove right into the value tonight and just wanted to get into these stories because I want to uplift you. I want to inspire that fire, which I like to do, and tell you these stories of how you could be in a position like they are in, not that long a time when you really think about it. So I want to transition now into Justin Glover, the other co-founder of Results 513 and Ignition Mastermind. And to be completely transparent, guys and gals, another reason why I wanted to shoot this live, this Google Hangout video tonight is I needed to hear the message myself about where Justin and where Brenda, where they started from. Because right now with my full-time job, it's running about 6 days a week. This is the busiest time where I work. And there's probably going to be some 7-day shifts too. And, it snuck in there, a little pity party stuff, snuck in the old noggin, even this morning as I woke up on a Monday. And then I remembered what I'm about to tell you about where Justin started. And I caught myself and I said, you know what, I'm going to shoot a video tonight I'm going to tell their stories because I need to hear it too. Because here's the thing, when Justin Glover made the decision, I'm going to figure out this online business stuff, this internet marketing stuff. I'm going to change the course of my life. I can do this. I'm tired of busting my ass all the time and just feeling run down, worn out, cash flow, certainly not flowing near as much back then. Here's the thing. Man, I want you to lean in on this when you hear about where he started off from. So Brenda had 4 to 5 hours a week. When I heard Justin's story recently, they did a webinar together and they dove deep, into their background and where they started. I mean, I don't know if Justin even had 4 or 5 hours the way he told the story. And here's the thing. So he was working one job, working on school buses, if I remember correctly, doing different repair work and installation work with these, with the school buses. So he's doing that pretty much all day. Then I can't remember the specifics of the schedule, but I know that was like a full-time job. And then he would go from there, literally, like pretty much get done with the first job, jump in the vehicle, cruise down the street. And he worked as a bartender at Outback Steakhouse. So then he does that, of course, and what I recall is that because of that, he always had to do work like the closing shift. So he's going into the night, head for home, try to grab some sleep, and pretty much at that point, try to grab those little pieces of time to start learning about how do I build my own business from home? How do I build this business online? How do I break free? And on top of those 2 jobs, he had a third. He went 3 for 3. He went for the hat trick. He was also doing landscaping work on the weekends, managing a landscaping company. And he talks about where he would literally grab time wherever he could, even if it was 15 minutes, on a break at one of the jobs, quick, set up an ad to go out or send out an email to the list he was building, whatever. But it was just these little tiny pieces of time. And believe me, he's told the stories, like he many times hit the wall where it's just like it's down and dirty, like I said, in the trenches. Boy, the way he makes it sound, he was face down in the muck. And it was not looking pretty at certain points. It was about over. And then, there's that little bit of progress. Ooh, there's that sale. There's that new customer. There's that new connection through networking. Oh, learn this new skill set. Building, piece by piece by piece, gutting it out every day, grabbing time, just grabbing it wherever he could. Now he's a co-founder of his own company, co-founder of the Ignition Mastermind. He's a 7-figure earner. And he broke free. He doesn't work 3 jobs anymore. He works his business, the one that he wanted, the one that he wanted to build, to help people like you, help people like your business partner, help people like me. So I needed to, like I said, I needed to hear me tell their story to you for my own sake. Because, I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches just like I'm sure a lot of you are. But take it to heart that it doesn't have to last. It doesn't have to last. You can grab pieces of time. You can learn a new skill set. You can make an investment in yourself. You can go to that event. You can make decisions every day. One of my my favorite mentors. At this point, I've not had the pleasure of meeting him in person, but the incredible Tony Robbins, he usually talks about where you need to take your shoulds and turn them into a must. That's where you come out of the trenches, because you could be down there, grinding it out, and it's like, well, I should work out today, and I should learn how to do a Facebook ad, and I should learn more about how to, network better with other people to get those connections. Oh, I should. They have to, even if you don't have more than a few hours a week, like Brenda did, she turned those shoulds into, I must work on this right now for this next hour. And then tomorrow I can grab 45 minutes there. Oh, and I got 2 hours over there. Oh, wow, I got an extra hour. I wasn't expecting that. I got some extra time. You turn it into a must. That's how you step out of that comfort zone. That is how you get into massive, imperfect action. That's one of the biggest things that has helped me tremendously in my involvement with Results 513 and Ignition Mastermind. Is it's about, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get done. That's so liberating. There's so much freedom in that, because the perfection, what I like to always say is, perfection is a thief. Because if you're waiting for the perfection, it ain't going to get done. Be honest. I mean, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, if you're looking at everything that you're trying to create from the aspect of perfection, you might as well just throw in the towel, because you ain't going to get it done. Because you're going to find that next little thing. Oh, that's right. I should probably change that. Oh, I need to change that. Oh, you know what? I should wait until I learn about that. Then I'll go ahead and do this. It's bull. You're never going to get out of the trenches. You're never going to break out with that feeling and that pressure of perfection. And that's what I love. It's about like, hey, what can we do today for you? That's why, scruffy 5 o'clock shadow, all that kind of good stuff. I just said, screw it. I need to tell this part of the story and get it out tonight, and then have the replay available for folks tomorrow. So it doesn't matter the lighting. It doesn't matter, the 5 o'clock shadow. None of that matters. Then what matters is, I'm taking this action with you. I'm taking action to provide value, to provide you with some insight into my experiences, and to provide you with the opportunity to come along, and right now, and the thing is, what's cool with the next event coming up, I think it's been about 7 months that Justin and Brenda, they actually had shut down Ignition Mastermind as far as accepting new members. It was pretty much like, we've got it, we want, and again, this is the In the Trenches leadership I'm talking about with this episode. They could have just let it fly, let it be open, and just keep signing up people. But they're like, no, we want to make this even better. So let's hold off a little bit. Let's get even more pieces of the puzzle here. And so they've opened it up now again, because we're getting ready, late November, heading on out to Tampa. And so they've opened up the application process for people to get exposed to Ignition Mastermind, to see what Brenda and Justin and our whole community can do for you, and help you get into actual, real progress, actual results, not fairy dust, not fairy tales. Bust your butt, learn, and just get into motion. Get in the trenches, start digging. Start digging in those trenches and build something. Build your business. So underneath my name there, you see it, ignition.joinjboom.com. If you type that in your web browser, that is going to take you over to their application page. Go through it. If you're serious about stepping out of where you're at, getting out of that comfort zone, you're ready to invest in you. You're ready to invest in, I have a vision. I'm on the way, but I need help. I need people who are in the trenches before me. to give me guidance, to give me support, to not fill me full of BS and say, no, this is the real deal. This is where you should focus. I would suggest this. We tried this, didn't really work that well. So you might want to, bypass that. In the trenches leadership. Speaking to that point, one of the biggest advantages you will find when you join forces, make your application, and maybe hopefully Ignition is a match for you. Sometimes it's not for where you're at right now. It depends. This is an application process. It's not like you just sign up, check, I'm in. No, you go through an application, and what's really cool, when you go through the application process for Ignition, you're going to learn a lot just by even the first 2 steps, because you have to do some homework. You have to answer questions and give authentic answers. Don't BS yourself. You state your truth as it is today, so you can learn. Okay, I'm here. I want to go here. Okay, so how do I connect? How do I connect these two? And as we're getting close to wrapping up here, the last thing I want to mention about this in the trenches leadership is that the reason I chose it as the title is you will be amazed as to how hard Justin and Brenda are standing right next to you in that trench. When you're going for it, when you're putting in the consistent effort, you're busting your ass, you're not slacking, you're going for it, you're legit. You're not messing around. Serious business. You're going after your vision. They're standing right next to you with a shovel, in that trench. They care so much about where you're headed and where you want to go. And it's an amazing thing to see, and especially, to be honest, in an industry, as far as internet marketing, online business, etc., home business, I guess you could say that, the norm isn't really that. There's not a lot of in the trenches leadership sometimes. And it's frustrating, because I think it's the only way to go. That's why been my approach, is just being real, being authentic with anyone that takes time to watch one of my videos or jump on a hangout or read one of my Facebook posts or buy Eddie and I's product, Mindset Mountain. I mean, whatever, is just reality, and say we're in it. We're in it to win it with you. I mean, boom, that's what I'm here, So a couple minutes left here real quick. Let's see, I just want to jump over here real fast. Okay. And, I mean, what else can I want you to at least, if you're really in that position of like, I know I need to step forward, from the bottom of my heart, from my personal experiences, Ignition Mastermind has got me on a track that I would, to be honest, I know for a fact I would not be as far along as I am to where I'm headed. I would be spinning my wheels. And the only regret I have is that that Ignition Mastermind wasn't around earlier. Because as I look at what progress I've made since April, the breakthroughs, the wins, the momentum, and time saved of frustration, it boggles, it almost blows the fedora right off. So, about a minute left. I just want to say, as I always like to, gratitude is the attitude that gives our dreams altitude. My name is Jason J. Boom Leagard. Feel free to reach out to me with a personal message if you want to chat about Ignition Mastermind and also Results 513. Say the standard training platform that Justin and Brenda put together. If you're ready to step it up, if you're ready to invest in you, imagine that, investing in you, being a little selfish, investing in your vision, your dream, then go check out that link, ignition.joinjboom.com. Go through that application, invest the time to answer those questions from your heart and from truth. You do that, you could very well be on your way to, man, you got a boom that's waiting for you, and something's about to ignite. It's waiting for you. We're waiting for you. So with that, I appreciate every one of you that took the time to be on live, and I appreciate anyone that took the time to watch this replay. Again, reach out to me with any questions. Let's chat, Skype, on the phone. Imagine that, old school technology. We could talk on the phone. I love the chat. So this is Jason J. Boom Leagard. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks so much for your time. You guys have a blessed night. God bless.